Here, this is a very profound and very soul stirring story. ये एक eternal debate है between destiny and free will. विधि और बुद्धि, इन दोनों के बीच की debate है. So it is very beautifully illustrated in the story. Honestly, you will really enjoy this. The concept is whether destiny or vidhi is stronger, or the buddhi, the mind, the intellect, which is our Sanatan philosophy. How these two can gel together? Which one is the strongest one? So ये कहानी है विधि का रहस्य, the secret of destiny. So once a bird lived at the base of a massive mountain in a beautiful forest. It was wandering happily and enjoying its freedom. One day, high above the mountain clouds, the bird saw the devas, means the celestial beings. They were floating swiftly across the sky. The bird was surprised, folded its wing, and perched on the branch to watch them. First went god of fire, Agni Dev. Second went god of wind, Vayu Dev. Then the king of devas, Indra, and all other celestial beings passed by. The bird thought, oh, they must be heading somewhere for very important work. Anyway, the bird was busy. He perched himself, pecking the ripe mangoes in a nearby tree. He had a good meal. Now the bird was, full stomach, tired. He leaned against a branch to rest. And after this, he noticed all the devas were returning to the heavens. He thought to himself, they are coming back. They must have finished their jobs. And just then, when he was looking at them, the bird froze in terror. He was scared. Why? What happened? Because at the end of the procession of the devas, the celestial beings, walks the god of death, Yama, Lord Yama. Yama was carrying his legendary mace and noose and everything. And the bird trembled. And the bird thought to himself, one sees Yama only when the end is near. So am I going to die? And precisely at that moment, what happened was Yama looked into the eye of the bird, eye-to-eye contact. For a moment, before that event, the bird felt, thank God, he is not looking at me. And just then, there was an eye-to-eye contact of the bird. And the moment the bird saw Yama's eye into his eye, he got so scared and the bird was shattered. And Yama stared at him for a few seconds and then calmly followed the other devas. Terrified, the bird, scared, absolutely hopeless, the bird panicked. What if Yama looks at me? Why is he looking at me? What if Yama comes towards me? Where can I go to be safe? There were several thoughts. It decided that now he needs to go to Lord Vishnu and ask the Lord to save him from the clutches of death. Vishnu to be his refuge. The bird closed its eye and began to chant. And the bird was chanting Narayana's name in complete devotion. Narayana moved with his devotion, with his, emotions. So Lord appeared before the bird and Lord said, hey little bird, open your eyes. I am pleased with your devotion. Ask for any boon you desire. And Lord was looking at him with a big divine smile. The bird wept, cried, and said, O Lord of Vaikuntha, please grant me a place, some place in your abode. The god of death, Yama, threatened me with his eyes. He stared at me, he looked into my eyes, and everything you know, please save me. Vishnu smiled and said, so be it. And in an instant, he transported the bird to Vaikuntha. And the bird was overjoyed. Lord took the bird, showed him a small corner with a huge rock there, and some next to it was a pond, next to it was some more trees, and he said, "This is your place. Now you play around this pond, be here in this rock, be here in this garden, but do not wander elsewhere." And Lord vanished from there. For a while, the bird was so happy. It started to run from the rock to the garden to the pond and everything. But soon it got bored. And forgetting the warning, it flew further into the vast beauty of Vaikuntha. It spotted a large mango tree in the distance. And the taste of the mango called him. And he went there, he perched on it and began to eat. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a hunter's arrow pierced the bird's heart. Oh, what a pity. The bird fell, gasping for breath, last few breaths, and Lord Yama appeared and sat besides. With its last few breaths, the bird said, "Lord, I fled my home in fear of you. I left my home and I reached Vaikuntha. Yet you found me here, took my life. I tried to beat the destiny with my intellect, but I failed. I now realize no one can conquer the fate." That was kind of a revelation from the bird. Yama gently smiled and looked and said, "Dear bird, do you know why I looked at you or stared at you at the mountain? Because it was written in your destiny that you must leave your body in Vaikuntha. मैं तुम्हें घूर के देख रहा था, तुम्हारी आंखों में आंखें डालकर इसलिए देख रहा था क्योंकि तुम्हारी किस्मत में ये लिखा था कि तुमने अपने प्राण वैकुंठ में छोड़ना है और इसी क्षण छोड़ना है। पर तुम बहुत दूर थी. You were thousands of miles away. So I wondered, how would you reach here in time? By seeking Vishnu's help, you made my job easy." Further, Yama continued. Yama said, "Destiny does not conspire against you. Destiny does not conspire against you. It ultimately brings the greatest good. If you had not come to Vaikuntha today, you would have taken 1,000 more births. By dying here, you are liberated from the cycle of rebirth and have reached the feet of the Lord. Everything happens for a reason." The bird understood the profound secret of destiny, shed tears of joy, and attained salvation. What is the moral we learn here? Vidhi, bhagya, destiny, fate, or divine law, or kismat, or niyati. So many words for this. In Hindi, we very commonly say, विधि का विधान टला नहीं जा सकता. जब हमें ये बात पता है, फिर हम हमेशा विधि के विधान को टालने की कोशिश क्यों करते हैं अपने बुद्धि से? That means the decree of the destiny cannot be avoided, but the intellect is always trying to avoid it. So buddhi, intellect, or viveka, or samajh-booj, we always try to overcome the destiny. Instead of dismissing this as a mere story, let us please understand the reality of life. Destiny is what makes the intellect work or fail. Destiny makes you what you are. One who understands the underlying purpose of what destiny brings is truly wise. वही समझदार व्यक्ति है जो समझ सकता है कि उसके किस्मत उसके सामने, उसके जीवन का रहस्य या जीवन का पर्पस कारण उसके सामने रखती है. So everything happens for the best. यह विश्वास सदैव होना चाहिए. This faith what helps us move ahead in life. See you soon with another story.